My name is Bas Stoker. I'm from The Hague and I've graduated last January from Design Academy Eindhoven from the Department Public Private. Dennis the Desk Lamp is a project I graduated with last January, and in essence it's a functional desk lamp but with human characteristics to it. And these two things can collide sometimes when interacting with this lamp in such a way that, for example, when it's around 12 o'clock at night, Dennis starts to get tired, and he will show this by actually falling asleep slowly. And this is also maybe a moment that should ring a bell for you, saying it's time to go to bed as well. And in this way, you can grow a bond with Dennis. And I came to this idea actually by investigating how we relate to stories, because everything we see around us has a story in some way. And it doesn't really matter if this story is true or false. It's the story that eventually defines the value that we see in it. And I started to play with this idea of inducing a story, in this case, an absurd story of a coughing and sneezing desk lamp, and see how people would react to this. Well, the key challenge that I faced with creating Dennis was actually playing with irony. Irony is such a difficult topic if the point you're trying to make is irony, because everything is already out there, really. Like, there's no, if your point is trying to be ironic, chances are that it already exists. Like, there already exists a golden toilet. The development of Dennis was not that straightforward, actually. But I had some key points that I started out with, which was to make design way less complicated. Let it speak for itself rather than having a big conceptual story behind it. And secondly, make it more fun, make it more approachable and relatable. And initially, I thought these were, tangible points that I could focus on and develop further, but it actually turned out to be the most difficult part of the whole process, is keeping things simple. Dennis was the end result of actually a big research on how we grow attached with stories, and how stories don't necessarily have to be true for them still to have a lot of meaning. Think of fairy tales, for example, but which aren't true, but they can still hold up a lot of meaning and value to someone. So during COVID, I was lucky to be working for this non-profit organization called Schone Bakkers. And we worked for 3 to 4 months producing face masks for the healthcare and giving them out for free. And I was really lucky to meet all these great people. Actually, I'm benefiting from this now because I've got to know a bunch of different people that I'm now doing lots of interesting projects with. So that's really great, actually, that happened. Well, not in a situation where there's COVID around still. That's one. On a creative level, creative endeavor that we're all on, now. I think this is a time where I'm start to redevelop myself outside of school. And I don't know, I think I want to explore this vision of creating objects and interactive installations, maybe, you know, where the point of it is share fun, you know, have I think people should enjoy design a lot more with a smile on their face instead of a very serious face. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish in the next coming years.